Good morning, everybody. This is Max Farrell from DexFxMarkets.com. Into this video, we're just going to show you the download and process for the Xedan 1.7 beta. I've downloaded it, zipped it. It's sitting on my home computer. I'm going to copy it. I'm now going to bring it over to my VPS. I'm going to right-click and I'm going to hit paste. Now, as this thing's loading in, just for a second here, let me explain to you a few things. One, the 1.7 has some just two features that we've really put into: a reset to defaults and a strategy switcher as the system is live. And remember before, or as the system is opened, before you couldn't switch between strategies in the inbox. You'd actually had to end the session and go out. Now you can actually switch it and do a few things. Now you will find some exploits in this process. If you have a trade that's already happening and you switch and there's another available trade, there is an opportunity to be able to switch between strategies in there and add multiple strategies if you're clever enough. So we'll see if we can trick the system to see multiple systems in there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a moment. So now that we've downloaded, I do this little march thing. We're going to get this 1.6. We're going to put him up here. He's the new leader. And we're going to come here and we're going to put him right next to the Xedan. And I'm just going to double click him and open him up. And he's going to sort of rewrite the previous version. And everything's golden. Once it clicks back in, log in, everything's great. Now, the big switches here. Let's go up here. We're going to log in to the system. Okay, we're going to come up here and check this process. We're going to go to the middle one. And we're going to see right down below each one, if we switch to the daily, reset to default. Okay, that's pretty cool. Not that I've done anything with the daily one yet, which we will be doing soon. But my 1 hour is right here. See, so pretty cool. So we'll be able to reset to default with the 1 hour as we go all the way down here, reset to default. So pretty cool. We're going to hit save. We're going to hit start. Okay. Going to take a second. Now, as you notice, if we come on board, everything's still behind the screen. There we go. The pair that was, it's like 15 minutes past the hour, so we don't see this one on. This one may have had a time disabled process. Let's have a look, see if it's done. Yep, there it is. Excuse me. Okay, so I thought I was gonna have to sneeze again. All right, so this particular pair is on there. So we tried this pair. It didn't work out because it's time disabled, right? Because we have it timed off here. So what if I want to switch between the processes here? Watch this, ready? And this is what's pretty cool. I can reset the defaults easily enough, but be careful not to click that because you will have to do all that work again, right? So what I can do is come up here and I can go dailies. And there they are. Now, if I've already tried to run that system on and it doesn't have anything, I don't know if there's any dailies that have fired off. Probably not. It's already past the time period. Let me see what time it is on my phone. It's 12:15. Daily may have fired off. I don't know. So let's do this. Let's hit save because now we got it on daily. So you got to be careful if you're switching between stuff. Once you make that active, you got to hit save. All right, so I got it figured out. Sorry about that. Just a little bit of nuance here. So if you're on the 1 hour and you hit save, the save button should be white unless you make a change, right? So if I make a change there, then it does that, right? But then you got to hit save again, and then it'll do its thing. So it's saved now. If I change to a different strategy, like the dailies, it'll go back to need to be saved again. But once I click it, it's going to go to white. Now, white means that it's been saved, but if there is a new signal for the daily, it will appear over here on the right-hand side. So I'll show you, like for the 2 hour, if I go in here and I hit save, watch what happens. On the right-hand side here, a signal will alert itself. There you go, okay? The 2 p.m. Euro USD and the USD CAD, both are showing there. Now, you could easily just hit this button here, bunk and bunk, and that will run these two particular trades. There's the Euro USD for the 2 hour. That seems to have cycled. And it seems like it's in red, but there it is. The USD CAD took a minute to catch on, but it did. So now you can right, theoretically run multiple strategies from this process. But remember, it's the active one that it's going to be on. So it's not going to run multiples the entire time. At the top of the hour, you can switch between them and check them to be able to do that. And we're going to do this for a little while before we put them, for the rest of the week. We may even add in a 5-minute strategy process, right? That you can utilize, and you can only use one pair at a time within that process. So we'll see how that all works out over the next couple of days. So, but remember, if you go back to the 1 hour and you hit save, your Euro USD is going to reload again. Okay, so you got to be very aware of the signals that are going to be on board and when they fire. So you got to know that that's a 1 hour trade, and that's a 2 hour trade, and so forth and so on. So please be very careful as you do that. So the new updates, reset to default, perfect, right? Works great. And also the switching between the different campaigns within the system can actually yield out a multiple strategy process. But just keep in mind, that you got to watch your balances and make sure that you have enough balance on board to be able to do the job correctly. Okay, so I'm Max. This is Dex. We'll see you next time, and I hope that this works with you well. It's been a great ride so far. So we'll see you next time. Oh, and always trade well.